Hey everybody, welcome to my reviews. Today we're checking out the Haley Strategic Thorax plate carrier system. She's all dolled up, ready for a night out on the town. We've already reviewed all these pieces individually, and we're just going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Thorax. We're going to talk about whether I like it or I don't like it, and we're going to talk about everything as a whole, and we're going to break it down. I'm going to go ahead and get her undressed. Yeah, we're going to get her down so you can see what she looks like without all this stuff on. Get her down to her bare bones and see how she looks. So, the Thorax, is it a carrier that I would recommend? Yeah, actually it is. I kind of dig it. It's got some areas that I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. But overall, I think it's a pretty good carrier. So, first things first, I'm just going to do a quick once around of the whole thing, and then I'll start stripping everything off, and we'll look at the whole plate carrier by itself without all its accoutrement. So, right now, we have a Gadsden Dynamics front placard on here, and then that is wired up into their side release system. We've got a Haley dangler. This is a different dangler than what I've already reviewed on the channel. Dangler right here. I don't know if it's an earlier or newer gen or later gen than what I've already reviewed. This is the only thing I didn't review by itself yet. That's coming later. Yeah, stand by. Anyway, we got a little radio pouch. I didn't review this by itself either. I don't know who makes this, and I didn't think it needed to be reviewed. It's a little Baofeng pouch. You know, I might do a standalone on this guy. I didn't take it off the Cummerbund because it's my homeboys, and I didn't feel like undoing everything. But now that I look at it, I might do that. Anyway, we'll get to that too. So, radio pouch, side release kit. On the face, this is my push-to-talk. I threw this on here to kind of show some functionality, which we'll get to in a second. I've got 3 AK magazines in here, 2 Glock 24 magazines, and a Gerber. And then we got the shoulder pads in here. And then on the back, which I've already talked about shoulder pads in another review, we've got the flat pack. And it's all hooked in with this little QD setup. Not bad. Pretty nice. Very pretty. She's gorgeous. She looks good. So let's get the flat pack off. Get it out of here. Don't need it anymore. We'll start on the back of this girl and work our way around, since we already got the flat pack off. That's where we're at. So the back of this here plate carrier, pretty nice. You got a full loop field back here, full PALS field and a loop field back here, so you can run hydration or whatever you might need back there. You can also run the flat pack Molly on here, or you can just do like he did, buckle it in. And then you also have these like cordage things all along the back side edging of the plate bag. I'm going to show you why I think that's kind of cool. So these cordage loops are neat, and what I think is cool about them is this. If I wanted to run this wearable antenna, I can do so. If I get it through there. Come on now, work with me. I can kind of weave it through here. These are real tight, and that's good. But come on, dude. Oh, my hands suck. But you can weave it through, and it goes all the way up the plate bag to right here. So it gives you this area to run your antenna through. And when you think about it, you're not going to have probably this much antenna, honestly, because it's going to have been all the way through the Cummerbund and out the other end to the front. So this gives you a really nice area to kind of like set like this wearable antenna through. And that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. So now you've got this nice little weave zone. It comes right out of this, and it aligns perfectly up with this point in the Cummerbund for weaving cords and like antennas and relocation cables through. So now I've got this relocation cable piece in here. Let me get this all the way through and show you guys. So I've already showed everybody this in an actual long form review of this Cummerbund, because this is the Cummerbund I run on my FCPC V5. But it's kind of what makes this Cummerbund so awesome is you've got this ability to run comms through here. and then boom, up, 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 up. Got to run this through here. This just gives me a much better like routing of my antenna. It's just considerably better. I dig it. I think it's really cool. I kind of wish that my plate carrier, my FCPC, had something like that on it. Just makes for a cleaner antenna setup. So that's pretty neat. That's a nice touch on the back plate bag. You could also weave it up and then bring it back down and then back up. There's a lot of different ways you could run it, but that is kind of neat. And that's a nice way of being able to run that. So these channels on the outside of the plate bag are pretty cool. The bags themselves, they're not ridiculously unique. You do have these big loop fields in the back. This first and third row are PALs, so you can run, like I said, your packs or whatever. Then you've got a nice big field, so you can put patches on. That's pretty nice. And then the Cummerbund is accessed right here. Cummerbund's Velcro. The whole thing's Velcro front and back, so it's easy to do. And then the plates, I have a 10x12 in here. 10x12 triple curve. And it's easily down. It's no problem with it at all. You got all this excess, and then you've got all that loop that runs up the center spine, all there. I don't know if you can really see that, but you got a big loop section here. It's about 1.5 inches, and then you got a 4-inch section that runs all the way up from here all the way to the top of the bag. And then you've got this. So this kind of will help secure down the plate and make it more secure and a clean, just kind of almost acts like a plate lifter when you get it in there. So that's pretty nice. Let's flip it back over. Oh, hold on. Let's not. Let's talk about this. So the back shoulder straps are sewn down a little further down the plate bag. So the top of the plate bag has a nice cut to it. And then the back straps are sewn down about 3 inches down and a big box stitch. And then you've got this space for the shoulders to kind of move, which is pretty good. It gives you some good mobility in the shoulders. And then you got this nice polymer tri-glide back here. And that's for the adjustment of the shoulders. And you got the Haley Dragonfly right there. So you can zoom in to see that. And then it's looking all pretty. And then the shoulders are easily adjusted. They're your simple adjustment. They run through and then back over, and you adjust them this direction with Velcro. Kind of hard to get to with the shoulder socks, but as you can see right here, kind of come over, and then they Velcro down, and then they adjust out onto loop. So it's loop all the way, and then hook on the underside of this top of the strap. And it goes all the way down. See if I can get to it where he's got it. Yeah, see right there. That's the tip. That's where you can see the tip of the actual strap right there. Okay, well, now let's flip it over. I talked a little bit about the Cummerbund. The Cummerbund has, like I said, a channel for running comms, quick cables through, and then the Cummerbund itself, you can put side plates into. Here, I'll open that up. So you got a big channel back here. And it's kind of gusseted. I'll show that at the bottom. You got this gusset. That's nice and big. And that allows you to open up a little bit, make space. So it's a pretty big Cummerbund, pretty big channel. So this is not a tunnel. It's just a slit and then a slit. So when you bring the cord in here or the whatever you're going to run through there, it just goes into that big cavern, this big opening. It just floats around in there. So be aware of that when you are going to run something through there. You do have some elastic back here at the back end of the Cummerbund. So you got a little bit of play. So you got your actual Velcro point, and then right here, and then you got about 4-inch section of elastic that's sewn down, and it gives you your play in the Cummerbund. Bring it back around. Yar, yar. Okay, so side entry. You saw my review. You saw that I was like, I don't know. Then I had an epiphany in the middle of the review. I was like, oh shit, I know why they do this. So this, like I said in that review, if you already saw it, this is rehashing if you didn't. Very reminiscent of a Mars Cyrus. That vest has a side entry. However, I know why they do it. It's so you don't have to lift up the front flap with all this going on. So you're not trying to fight all that when you're trying to get your cummerbund on. Kind of cool. I still don't know why they didn't go with like a tube attachment or a, I don't know, like a Cobra buckle or something. Maybe Haley did a bunch of testing and was like, you know what, those don't work great. I'd rather just do this. I mean, Velcro worked great throughout the entire GWOT, so why not? But I still prefer something like a Cobra buckle or two personally. But this does work, and I would actually do it because it does give you a little more real estate, and you don't have to lift this front piece up to get to it. But we're going to take it off regardless, so we can look at the whole front. So let's get this guy off here. So when you undo the cummerbund, this whole thing unbuckles. If I can get the buckle. Come on, work with me. Cooperate. I think I got this wire in the way. Yep, I do. So we'll pull the wire out. There we go. It comes off in one unit. So we got basically your whole fighting load, everything just comes off. We got your dangler, pouches, everything. And now we've just got the plate carrier itself. So under here is two female 1-inch buckles, and then you can actually pull them out to look at them if you're really so inclined. They're right there. So this is not sewn down or anything. So it's not like it's a permanent. This is a tunnel of stretch material, and they also intended that to be used for cord management, which I think is awesome. It's just one little extra bit of cord management. Oops, I pushed the buckle through. That's something you got to watch out for. Is making, I've got these big fat chonky cords in here and the buckle. But cord management is really cool because I've got the CT1 on here, Velcroed on for that Aussie style. And then I got all the cord, all that cord up in here. And then it gives me a way to manage it all. So now I'm not having to like do some weird tucking and zip tying and taping and Velcroing and all this bullshit. I just shove it up under here and it's no muss, no fuss. So that is a cool touch, and I think Haley really is onto something with that. Then you got these two little pieces here for webbing and cable management as well, so you can run stuff up and over your shoulders if that's your jam, if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to run the channels or utilize the channels in the cummerbund, I don't know why you would. That is just freaking awesome. And that's why I have this cummerbund on my current plate carrier. Let's take this guy off though and talk about it. This guy, let's get this through here. Not difficult to work with at all. Loop field, big, beautiful loop field. So the loop field here is great, and something I like that they did is it's not just the loop field. The whole loop field is PALs. Everything, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 4 rows is 4 channels, 4 channels of 4 rows of PALs. So you can put KDUs, juggernaut cases, everything else. So this whole thing was designed and thought about for using electronics in the battlefield. They really thought that, hey, guys are going to be using drones, guys are going to be using Blue Force tracker type stuff. They're going to be using phones, all that shit with and they thought about that. That's why you've got this good cable management system here and here. They thought about using PTTs with this. They really, that's what these probably are also for, is running for PTTs, if I had to guess. So they really thought about the modern electronic battlefield when they were kind of setting this up, and that is also a plus. And I think that's also a great touch from Haley. As far as the front plate bag goes, just like the back plate bag, you pull this bad boy, get this 10x12 out of here. It's identical to what I showed you already. You got this big thing here. You got this little ribbon you can yank on that to help open it up. And then again, like I was saying, you've got, I don't know if you can even make that out. You got that large loop field right there. It's not really loop. It's like a feltish type material, but it works like loop. Hook will adhere to it. And then, bam, closes on up. It's a nice carrier. It really is. It's well made. Oh, let's look at the inside. The inside of the bags is Cordura, but you've got this like foamish material that runs the center line, and then it's like got like a cutout of the Haley Dragonfly to help kind of facilitate airflow. That's kind of nice too. I think that was a good decision and a good touch. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with four-way stretch inside here, like Cry had and some other guys have done. I'm surprised they went with Cordura, but yeah, who knows? Because it feels like, yeah, they went with like a stretch material on the side of the plate bags, but they didn't do that inside. And I'm really surprised they didn't go with like a stretch inside with this foam to help with a softer feel for close to the body. Maybe that would have helped. I don't know. But the side of the plate bag is this four-way stretch, and it goes here all the way down the side, and then that's what they use. So basically it's this comms port section over, and then the entire side of this plate bag is this stretch material right here, as you can see. And then back of the plate bag is Cordura, and then this foam backer. And then the front of the plate bag is, of course, Cordura. Overall, cool ass plate carrier. Unfortunately, my wallet is going to be upset because I have to get one now. Mainly because I've done a review on it, and now I'm going to have to get one to do follow-up reviews and then run it and decide whether it's definitely worth it for the long run. And I'm kind of impressed by it, so thanks a lot, Cactus. Way to go, dude. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate him letting me get my hands on this and borrow it. That's 2 carriers now. 2 that I have to buy. I've got to get a CPC because holy shit, that was great. And now I got to get a Haley because I also really like this. So now my wallet is going to really hurt. So sometime in the next calendar year before 2024, I have to get a CPC and a Haley Thorax. But I'm halfway there to a Thorax. I've already got the Cummerbund. I just need the plate bags and I'll be good to go. And the side entry kit. My wallet's going to hate me. Anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this overview/review. I hope this was interesting and entertaining. I dig it. I think it's cool. I think it's worth it. If you are looking for a plate carrier to replace something that you have, maybe you want to go something that is maybe it's a little more beefy than, let's say, like, I don't know, a Faro Slickster, maybe check this guy out. This might be worth it for you. If you want something that's just a little more accommodating for electronics, definitely give this guy a look. I think you'll like it. That's all I got, guys. As always, guys, get out there, be a bunch of dorks, play some Airsoft, train, try different kit. When you get your kit, though, use your kit, understand your kit, understand why you have certain pieces of kit, like these things here. As always, LARP smarter, not harder, because the hard way is not always the best way. Until next time, take care. I'll hopefully see you on the field.